So it's me again. I have a phytoplankton ecology laboratory in the Department of Oceanography and Coastal Sciences. I am generally a harmful algal bloom ecologist, but today I want to share with you my current research interest on toxic cyanobacteria blooms in our estuaries and freshwater systems. And cyanobacteria is a global phenomenon, especially in warm, calm, and nutrient-rich freshwater and estuaries. And they're capable of producing different types of toxins that can be poisonous to animals and create a public hazard in areas, especially in recreational areas in these systems. And my research is focusing mainly in this couple of years is toxic cyanobacteria bloom dynamics in Lake Pontchartrain estuary. John White and myself started with our graduate students to work on Lake Pontchartrain since 2008. And now we know so much about it, but what we know is how complicated the system is and how it's variable from one year to another year. And cyanobacteria blooms is not only occurring in Lake Pontchartrain, but also it's happening in many other estuaries in Louisiana when there's a nutrient enrichment occurs. I have three current Sea Grant projects that I would like to briefly introduce if I have time. First is the 2019 toxic cyanobacteria blooms, and our graduate, John and I have this project, and our graduate student is Kelly. And what we wanted to do is to include our interannual kind of variability in these blooms using these historical transect in the middle of the lake from the spillway. And 2019 was unique because there was two consecutive openings that lasted all the way to the end of the summer. So during the opening time, there was a plume that prevented biological production close to the spillway, but then promoted in the distance. And most of the blooms occur after the spillway was closed. But when we look at the satellite imageries, the story was a little bit different than what we were seeing in our historical transect. During the opening, all the blooms were occurring outside of the Lake Pontchartrain and the basin. Because of the influence of nutrient coming from the Lake Pontchartrain, you can see bloom formation in Lake Borgne and the Mississippi Sound. As soon as the spillway was closed, the bloom moved back into the northern region, part of the Lake Pontchartrain, as well as then it kind of expanded over time. The second Sea Grant project, because of the physical disturbances are critical for phytoplankton dynamics and species composition, we have another Sea Grant project with Matt Hyatt to look at the physical drivers' impact on the community adaptations, and especially in the Lake Pontchartrain. And we included the historical transect, but we added more stations to kind of have a lake-wide coverage. And for this project, I have a graduate student, Nicole Hammond, is going to be working on this summer. Our third project that I'm co-PI is from Dr. Deng with Civil Engineering Department. And he's going to be using the data from these Sea Grant projects to produce artificial intelligence-based early warning and decision support system. So this was my three current projects that I will be working this summer. This is my undergraduate student project. It's super interesting looking at the overwintering cyanobacteria. And she will be presenting at the LSU Discover today. So hopefully you will join. Thank you.